Hi, welcome to the channel English Professionally, and this video is how to learn English speaking easily. Yeah, I really hope that it's a good video and you'll support it really. How to learn English speaking easily. Okay, so I have a problem and really I don't know what to do. Maybe you can help. Okay, what's the problem? I can read in English quite well. Quite well means well enough, or very well. And I know grammar, but I can't speak English. I have a language barrier. Okay, I have a language barrier. It means that I can't communicate with other people effectively. Yeah, it means so. So you can also say I can't communicate with other people or with people from other countries effectively. It means very well, very well. So you have problems when you communicate with them. I can't communicate with other people effectively. What can you recommend? I think most people have this problem, and my speaking was absolutely terrible. So absolutely terrible means very bad. So very bad. So terrible means very bad, but absolutely terrible, it's strong. It means very bad, extremely bad. So absolutely terrible or extremely bad, very bad. But then I understood how to start speaking easily and naturally. Yeah, we say start doing, so you see ing. Yeah, how to start speaking easily and naturally. As you see, yeah, a good phrase. As you see, my speaking is really good. To be honest, I'm proud of it. So to be honest, yeah, one more nice phrase. It means that I want to be honest with you. I want to be honest with you. So what I'm saying, it's true. So it's true. It's true. So I don't. It's true. I don't hide anything. I don't hide anything. So I'm very open. I'm very open. Okay, good. Anything. Okay. Anything. I'm very open and I'm proud of it. It means that I'm really happy. I'm really happy that I have this result. Okay. Okay. So well, it sounds really interesting. So what's the main secret? So what's the main secret, or how did you do it? So what helped you achieve this result? Okay. So as you might guess, or as you might think, or as you think, okay, so a little is said about it. Little is said about it. So you see, it's we call this structure passive voice. It means that yeah, it is done by someone, and people say little about it. People say little about it. So I mean that there is too much information. There is too much information. Too much, yes, it has a negative meaning. There is too much information. At the same time, this kind of information isn't reliable. So you can't rely on it. You can't rely on it. So you can't trust it. You can't rely on it. You can't trust it. So very bad information. So, and it's often rubbish. So what is rubbish? It's something which you throw away. It's something which you throw away. Something which you throw away. So Yeah, you don't need it, and it's like rubbish, or we also call it garbage. So it's nothing, very bad things, and it makes me feel really upset and angry. Really? Yes, that's it. So it means that's true. There is an abundance of information. So it means that there is lots of information. So yes, there is lots of information everywhere, online and offline, and it's extremely difficult to find a reliable source. So extremely difficult means it's very difficult to find a good source, so which you can trust, which you can rely on. So you know, it's a very big problem nowadays. Well, I see your point very clearly. So your point means your idea. I see your idea very clearly or very well, and I fully share your point of view. Good phrase? So I fully share your point of view means that I fully understand you and agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. I think the same. By the way, what are you suggesting? So by the way, so okay, it's good, but what? Yeah, what are you suggesting? So what can we do in this situation? Okay, so speaking from my own experience, it means that, so it's my experience, and I'm speaking based on this experience. So yeah, I can give you the following recommendations, or I can give you the following advice or recommendations. Yeah, but really you'll see very useful, very important recommendations which can help you. Yeah, which can really help you. Okay, so great means very good. I'm listening to you, all ears. All ears. What is? I am listening to you, all ears. It means that with full attention and concentration. Okay, with full attention, and concentration. So and concentration. So you'll try to catch every word. So you'll try to understand every single word or all the information. So what are they? Okay, so first, lose your fear. Many people are afraid of making mistakes. Yeah, we say afraid of doing. Many people are afraid of making mistakes, but we learn from mistakes. People often panic too much. Yeah? Why do you think that everyone will laugh at you? Really, it's a good question. Why do you think that everyone will laugh at you? It's absolutely ridiculous. So ridiculous means absurd. Ridiculous or absurd. So that's not true. So it's a crazy idea. Okay, so it's absolutely ridiculous. So get it out of your head. So get this idea out of your head. Don't think so. So change your mind. Change your point of view. So think differently. It means think differently. Okay, thinks differently. Okay, so lose your fear. Many people are afraid of making mistakes, but we learn from mistakes, you see. Okay, so think differently. Well, next. So, very good. Okay, I start to understand. What else? Please understand that you speak not for school or university. You speak first of all. Yes, it's the first and the most important reason. So first of all, it means the most important reason. The most important reason for doing it. The most important reason. So really, you know that you speak first of all for communication. You want to communicate with other people who live in other countries. You want to understand them. Not for grammar, not for your English teacher. It's another story. It's a different story. This story is completely different. Yeah, and you need to understand that when you communicate with other people, for example, from people who live in another country, so no one is interested in your mistakes. So it isn't important for them. It's just this idea in your mind. They just want to have a good and interesting talk. Okay? So I hope you understand. I don't know what to start with. So where can I find it? Where can I find it? Oh, sorry, it's another idea. So, okay, so we were talking about this, a very important thing, yeah? So you don't speak for a teacher, school, or university, and this, okay? So I haven't thought about it before. Please continue. And that's true. So many people don't think about it. Yeah, they have this kind of fear, but please lose this fear. And they, think that it's very important, I mean, how they speak correctly or incorrectly, so it's important for other people. No, it isn't a school, it isn't a university, it's a different place, And so what is number 3? A very important point. So have more English speaking practice. So as they say, the more English practice you have, the better. So it means that if you have more English practice, it's very good, it's really very good, much better than nothing, okay? So, and what can happen, or what will happen? So I know it and I can tell you, so if you do it, you will be feeling more and more confident. So confident, I like this word, so confident, or so confident, or you will feel confidence. You will feel confidence. So what is confidence? So you will be sure that, yeah, you can do it, and you will say, I can do it, I can speak English. So very good ideas and, very good thoughts. And so, find a speaking partner, or maybe better, speaking partners from other countries, and talk to them daily. So it's so important, yes, to find a person, or it's better to find more than just one person and talk to them. So it can be a simple conversation or a more difficult conversation, but have this English practice every day. And fortunately, so we say fortunately, or there is another good word for saying it, it's called luckily. So luckily or fortunately, it's so easy to find it nowadays. It's so easy to find it nowadays, so you can say nowadays or now. It's also good, as you see. Okay, so I don't know what to start with. Where can I find it? So what to start with, so what should I do? First of all, as I have already said, there are so many websites where you can do it. The choice is stunning. So the choice is great, and we are really surprised. So, what a great choice we have. Yeah. So you can search for it online. You can say search for or look for. You can search for it online and choose the most appropriate resources. So what is the most appropriate resources? It means the best resources for you, or the most suitable. Appropriate, or the most suitable, resources for you. Okay, so really a very good idea indeed. Next, I see, but I expect to hear more interesting ideas. So I expect, it means that I think, or I hope that I'll hear more interesting ideas. Right. I have to tell you something special. So I have to tell you, really, I need to tell you something special, something, something unique, something extraordinary, something extremely important, something extremely important, something. So what other things can you say? Something very significant. Something very significant. Something very significant, yeah. So that we are actually improving our vocabulary at the same time. So you are getting real knowledge and you're improving your vocabulary at the same time. Something significant, something really meaningful. So it's full of meaning. It's full of meanings, and so on. So this information is like treasure. It's like treasure, it's like gold, it's like diamonds, yeah? So all this information, really. And definitely you need to do it. So when I say definitely, it means that, of course, or certainly you need to do it. Well, I feel so excited, what is it? So excited, it means that I feel so interested in it, so I really want to know it. What is it? Okay. So yeah, and you'll hear 3 more very important tips. So you know that you can speak to yourself. You can speak to yourself. So really, you can do it aloud, so with your voice. So if you do it regularly, it will definitely help you. So really, what a good idea. You know that when you listen to someone on the radio, on TV, or on YouTube, maybe sometimes you criticize this or that person and you think that his English may be not so good and maybe his pronunciation isn't perfect. Okay, yeah, but you can check your knowledge too. So you may think that your English is so good. Just record yourself and listen to it, and I'm sure you'll be shocked because you'll see lots of problems and it will help you to work on them. So it's also very important. Well, should I speak or do something else? So what a good question, yeah, we talked about it. So and number 5, also record yourself from time to time and listen to it. Yeah, listen to it. Good. So if you do it, just I will clap my hands. So really good. Yeah, really good. I mean that these tips are so important, they're extremely important. I don't know so why people ignore them, but our aim, our main task, is to speak English easily, naturally, fluently, confidently, so like native speakers. So well done. Okay, so number 5, very important point, please keep it in mind. So okay, and I'm sure you'll be surprised and it will give you more motivation. Yeah, it will motivate you greatly. I see. Thanks a lot. I'll try. Maybe you can give us 2 more tips from a real expert. No problem. Yeah, one more very important thing. So it is very little said about it, but we also have a video on this subject. Try to think in English regularly. Really, try to think in English. So it will bring perfect results, I'm sure. And you know that you can think in English for a minute or for half a minute, then you can stop it, then you can do it again, and it's so good, it's so positive. You can think about different things. It's also English speaking practice, so it really works. Okay, I feel I need to do it. How blind was it? Okay, don't forget about one more thing. What is it? Really, what is it? Okay, really, what is it? Listen, and listen. So a very important point. Surprising as it may seem, so very nice phrase. So it can seem very surprising. There is a very close connection between how much you listen and how well you speak, really. So it's so important that you need to listen more. Videos like these ones. So it's also very good for speaking. You hear real English, you hear real English phrases, and it really works. This method really works. And I know that people who listen, to English speech very little, they have more problems with speaking. So it's, it's obvious. It's easy to see it. Okay, so keep all these tips in mind and follow them. I'm sure your speaking skills will be fantastic. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And just to sum up, you need to work regularly, you need to study English regularly, and you don't need to be afraid of speaking. Just speak, just speak. Don't panic, lose your fear. No one will laugh at you. You speak, you speak for communication, so it's very important. And many people think that they'll say something and it will sound very stupid. So don't think so. Get it out of your head. So next, you need to have more English speaking practice. The more the better. So find an English speaking partner, or better, several partners, and try to speak English daily, every day. And so it should be your rule, golden rule. Okay, so, and you can speak to yourself. It's a nice practice too. Why not? So not only speaking with someone, so it can be also good. And also record yourself, so you can do it right after this video. Just talk to yourself, record it, and see. See so your progress. Look at it, or listen to it, and see, are you satisfied so with it or not? So are you happy or not? And so it will give you more motivation. Well, think in English, so you can also do it regularly. So just speak with other people regularly and think in English. So maybe you're using public transport, and you can also think in English, not only in your mother tongue, not only in your language. And the last very important thing, listen. So that we have a great collection of videos, and it's constantly growing. So it's growing very fast, and I really hope that you enjoy watching these kind of videos. And if you support it, we can upload more. Just let me know, and we'll be doing it with great pleasure and your support, and really hope that I can count it. Okay, thanks a lot, and I really appreciate your help, and I sincerely hope that we are on the right way. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I wish you good progress in English. Okay, bye my friends. Hi my friends, welcome to the channel English Professionally. And you know that this video is very special. You know that I often hear, this question: so how to learn English speaking easily? And so I decided to prepare not just 10 tips, but 30 tips, or 30 great tips for perfect speaking. Okay, thank you very much for your support, and thanks for likes, shares, here and on Facebook. You know that we have a group on Facebook. Thanks a lot. Thanks for everything. So really, let's talk about it. Okay, good. Okay, so my speaking skills are absolutely terrible. It means very, very bad. I've tried different methods, but everything was in vain. Everything was in vain means without any success at all, so I didn't have a good result. Sometimes I want to stop learning English completely. So we say stop doing something, stop learning English completely. So I don't want to learn English at all, but deep inside, it means so in my mind, so in my actually heart, so I understand, I know I shouldn't do it, so I shouldn't stop learning English, or I shouldn't give up learning English, but I think that this actually problem is very common, so you know something about this problem. Okay, so well, I have a simple question. Have you tried these methods? What methods? I'll tell you what I mean. These methods have helped millions of students around the world, and I'm sure they'll help you. Maybe not all these things are suitable for you. Not all these things are good for you, So not, or maybe all these 30 tips, maybe not, who knows? Maybe because you have a special style of learning, you have special preferences or experience, I don't know, okay? But some of them some of these methods will definitely help you. So will definitely help you means I'm sure they will help you become an advanced English speaker. So you'll have an advanced level in speaking. It's very important, okay? So that you can speak English fluently and confidently. So that it means that so you do it with this purpose. So because you want to speak English fluently, it means fast and confidently. So without mistakes, that you're sure that you don't make mistakes, okay? Good, well done, my friends, and please listen. Yeah, so please watch all this video, and it's very interesting, you know, to know what tips have you already actually maybe known or learned, yeah, before. Just is the first question, and the second question, so what is really new for you? What is really new for you? Okay, so good. So please listen. So watch more videos with subtitles. Okay, two very important things with subtitles. Yeah, it's a very important thing, very important thing, extremely important thing. And for low levels first. So two important things with subtitles and for low levels first. Yeah, it's what we are doing on this channel, and really I don't understand people who watch videos without subtitles and not just for low levels. They try actually to watch it as it is. Yeah, I think that's it doesn't make sense. Okay, and one more thing. So only reading won't help. Yeah, it isn't effective. This method was popular, I mean, only reading without listening when other methods didn't exist. So when we didn't have other methods, yeah, maybe 20, 30 years ago, so we could only read, and I know that some teachers say that you need to read, but wait, yeah, so why should I do it? So we live in the 21st century, not in the 20th century, we live in the 21st century, and we have other effective ways of learning English. Okay, good. So second, you might not have free time. It means that maybe you don't have free time at all, or you have no free time, and you may find it very difficult to learn English regularly, and maybe it's very difficult for you to learn English regularly or every day, or 4 times a week, 5 times a week, regularly and every day for a very long time. Yeah, for a very long time. Maybe you can do it, yeah, for 1 week, for 2 weeks, but can you do it for a month, for a year, for 2 years? So you can do the following. So you can do this thing. You can do the following. Learn some topics or conversations. I mean, you need to listen to them and translate new words. So not only listening, please work with these materials, okay? So I mean that you need to listen and translate new words. So it's also a good idea to take notes. What is to take notes? It means that you write new words, phrases with examples on paper. It's a very good thing, okay? Next, speak every day. Speak every day. If you don't have someone to talk to, speak to yourself. It's also a good idea. We talked about it, yeah, earlier. So speak to yourself. This exercise really helps. Yeah, and I have a question for you, really. How often do you speak to yourself? Do you do it or not? So if not, so you can try it, okay? And you can start speaking. Yeah, we usually say start doing. You can start speaking at home while doing something. When you do something, okay? When you do something, it's a perfect English speaking practice. It's a very good idea, a brilliant idea. And the next idea is absolutely brilliant too. Think in English during the day. You know that we have a video how to think in English, so you can also have a look at it. Yeah, please make sure that you've already seen this video. If not, just have a look and watch it. So, and you know, it's like speaking to yourself. The only difference is that you can do it anytime and anywhere, right? And anywhere. And anywhere, it means in any place, not only at home. Okay, so really, so you can speak to yourself only at home, so when no one disturbs you, and you can think in English during the day, so no matter where you are. For instance, or for example, so good phrases, so anytime and anywhere, okay, in any place. So you can do it while using public transport or going somewhere. While using public transport or going somewhere, use simple phrases and simple words for a start when you start thinking in English. It's a very important thing. Okay, 5. Find several English partners. I mean, not just English partners, English speaking partners, yes? So partners who can practice English with you. So not just one, several, it's a good idea. And for daily speaking practice, so you need to practice speaking English daily, okay? If you have this opportunity, so it means that if you can do it, if you can afford to do it, so if you have enough money and time, okay, so you can go to an English speaking country. For example, England, America, New Zealand, so, okay, I can continue, yeah, but I think you know it better than me, okay, an English-speaking country, to live there for a while. For a while means for some time, yeah, not just a week, not just 2 weeks, it isn't enough, so minimum 3 weeks. I believe that it's minimum 3 weeks, so not less. Yeah, so this period shouldn't be shorter, so from 3 weeks and more, okay? So I think that's actually learning English there for a month, it's good, or 2 months, yeah, it will be great, you know, really good idea. Okay, watch more videos with subtitles, not in the original first, for different levels. Yeah, so movies. It's important to watch movies, but with subtitles, okay, so you need to see the text, yeah, again, not in the original first, so maybe there are some adapted or simple movies for English learners. It's a good idea to have a look at them, okay, good, or movies, videos, whatever, for different levels, whatever means, so it can be different things, okay. Next, very important thing, and maybe this thing will be new for you, okay, I hope so. So it is believed, it means people believe that you don't need to study grammar to start speaking English well, but it's completely wrong. It means that it isn't right at all, it's a mistake, it's a very big mistake. You do need to know it really well. So it's inversion. Do need means you really need. You do need means you really need to know it really well. So try to improve your grammar skills greatly. So improve them greatly. So make them better greatly. If you don't know grammar, means really well, you'll feel uncomfortable. You'll feel uncomfortable means you won't feel comfortable, and you'll think like this. So you can have these ideas in your mind. Oh, maybe it's right. Or maybe it's wrong, so maybe this sentence is right, maybe the sentence is wrong, so I mean the sentence and sentences which I use, you know, or you can also think, okay, maybe I speak with mistakes, and maybe without mistakes, and you know, it's terrible feeling, really, it's such a terrible feeling when you don't know your English is correct or not. And it can be a real problem when you speak, so please, my friends, work on your grammar. Work on your grammar if you don't want to have such a feeling. So you need to have what? How do we call it in English? Have? How can you continue it? Have confidence. Have confidence, or you know, there is another a very natural phrase in English, gain confidence. So gain means get confidence. So you need to be confident, yeah, to speak English really well, okay? So please don't ignore this point. Don't consider it unimportant, don't think it's unimportant, okay? Well, by the way, we need to go on. So, next tip, learn some phrases which are very common in speaking, such as, it's a very important thing, so learn some phrases and use them, which are very common, which are very popular. It means they're used by many people. So, like, in my opinion, it means I think, or from my point of view, it's the same, it seems to me, just I have this idea in my mind, as a result, So what I mean is that, so there is a list of these phrases, and you know, it can help you a lot. It can give you, first of all, yeah, it can give you time for thinking, yeah, if you start using these phrases automatically, and it can make your speaking splendid. Splendid speaking, it means really good, perfect speaking skills. I think it's what you actually want to have. Okay, splendid speaking, okay, good. Next, so use only materials of high quality. Yeah, high quality, it means the best quality, very good materials, so excellent materials. Make sure these materials are really effective. Make sure means you need to be sure, so you need to feel it. Yeah, these materials are really effective, they really help you. If you don't see good progress, or you don't enjoy this learning process, you don't like it, start looking for more effective ways of learning English. It means that you say start doing so. You need to think and to find new ways of learning English. So maybe you're doing something, but you aren't on the right way. So you need maybe to change your way of learning. You need to change your strategy. So you need to think about it. Okay. So a very important tip. And then, okay, don't be afraid of mistakes. I won't stop repeating it. Okay, stop doing. So I'm not going to stop saying it, okay, because it's a very important tip. Yeah, so first of all, you speak English for communication, so you want to communicate with other people, so no one is interested in your mistakes. So actually you don't speak in front of your teacher. No, it's another story, it's a completely different story. Okay, please get used to it. Well, next, watch more educational programs, educational videos. It's a very important thing. Okay, so it's a real treasure for those people who are really serious about improving their speaking skills, who really want to do it. So these programs are full of very natural phrases for speaking. So you know that many people say, okay, I want to know English like native speakers, but you know, sometimes I correct them, not like native speakers, like educated native speakers. So people, who have a higher education, just who graduated from a good university, but not just ordinary people. So it's another level. Okay, please understand it correctly. Okay, if it's difficult for you to speak, start speaking on familiar topics. So on topics which you know, subjects you really know. So for example, if you are interested in sport, talk about it and so on. So talk about sport, okay? Then speak on a wider range of topics. Wider range means on other topics, on different topics, so more and more topics. Next, practice writing more. It's a very important tip. So so what I mean is that you can do the following. So you need to talk on a certain topic. Yeah, just imagine that you need to talk on a certain topic, on a certain subject, and first you can write. Then it will be much easier for you to speak. Really, so you can write it, yeah, and then it'll be easier for you to speak, and you can check it. So please try to do it. You can choose a topic, write something about it, and then you can start speaking, and you'll see that it'll be much easier for you. Okay, next, retell different stories, articles, and books. So retell. So you should read something, yeah, you should read something, and then talk about it, yeah. So to another person, or even to yourself if you don't have this person, but it's a very interesting idea. So maybe you read some interesting information online, and you can retell it. So you can tell your friends about it, and it's also a very good English speaking practice. Next, you need to have motivation. You need to have motivation, really. So you won't achieve a perfect result. You won't have a perfect result unless you have it. Unless it means if not. So if you don't have motivation, unless you have it, if you don't have motivation. So you need to set clear goals. You need to set clear goals or to have clear goals. So you need to have a very clear idea what result you need to have in the future, and try to understand why it's really important for you, and also meet deadlines. What is deadlines? Okay, it means that when you need to achieve this or that aim in a certain period of time. Okay, for example, you can have this aim. Okay, I want to reach an intermediate level. Yeah, but it's not about deadlines. Okay, but please have a deadline and meet it. So I need to reach an intermediate level in 2 months. I think it's possible, so it's a deadline, and so meet this deadline. Try to do it in this period of time. It also works. Next, learn by yourself a lot. By yourself a lot, not only in the classroom. And you know that many students rely too heavily on having a real English lesson for money. So they think that only this thing can really help, but in fact it isn't. Yeah, it can help. Yeah, I won't deny it, but it's not about it. So you need to learn a lot by yourself. It's the most important thing, and even more important thing. Okay, so don't think it will save you. Yeah, if you pay money, or if you're actually spend a long way, yeah, to get to your English courses, it won't save you. It isn't enough. Focus on self-education. So concentrate on it. So it shouldn't be ignored. Well, next, don't waste your time on a very long way to English courses and back. So really, personally, I don't understand people who spend, let's say, 1 hour or more to get to this or that place where they can learn English. It's absolutely ridiculous. So 1 hour, I need 1 hour to get to that place, 1 hour to get back, then some time for preparation, and it's 3 hours, and I feel tired, exhausted. No, that's not for me. Please keep in mind this thing, okay? So value your time. You need to value your time. You need to understand that your time is very important, that you have a limited amount of time, and try to save it. Okay, it's about time management. Next, if you can't find time for speaking, yeah, maybe you can't find time for speaking, you can think, okay, it's a good idea to find an English speaking partner, but I can't find time for it. No problem. Try to speak at least 15 minutes a day. 15 minutes a day, and it should be your habit. Habit is something which you do regularly, and it's a normal thing for you. It should be a natural part of your life. So it should be natural. Okay, so it's like, actually brushing your teeth or taking a shower. It's something like that, the natural part of your life. Okay, and start preparing. So 20 for some international exams in English. A very important point, so that you can see the requirements. Yeah, the requirements. So there are requirements for perfect speaking. So I mean that what examples can I give you? So different, or TOEFL or Cambridge exams like FCE, PAT-C, and other exams. And so there are different requirements for speaking. So there are different tests for speaking. Just have a look at it, and so you can prepare for these exams. And I'm absolutely sure that it will boost your speaking skills. Okay, it will help you improve your speaking skills a lot. So well done, my friends, really well done. I suppose it's a good job. Okay, next, chat with other people. So it's also a brilliant idea. Okay, so chat with other people, it's also a brilliant idea. Okay, thanks for understanding. I'm also a human being. So, okay, so chat with other people is also a brilliant idea. It means that, some people, just they feel some language barrier, and they can't start speaking, but they can chat, no problem, you can start with it. Okay, so chat with other people, and it's a brilliant idea. It means it's a very, very good idea. Next, collaborate with other students. Exchange your ideas with them. It means that work with other students, so it means that exchange your ideas, opinions, yeah, so, and don't just learn English by yourself. It's good, but actually you need communication with other students as well, so collaborate with them. Collaborate and exchange your ideas with them. So tell them what you think, they'll tell you what they think, and so on. Okay, next, don't miss an opportunity to speak English if you have it. So don't miss an opportunity. For example, when you travel, you can practice English too. So don't think that, okay, no, just I'm afraid I won't speak English. Try to speak English. Don't miss an opportunity. Try to do it. Next, you can also join an English speaking club. Why not? It's also a good practice. So you need more communication. And you can join it. Why not if you have a good English club and if it's expensive and it's very good if it's free? Yeah, maybe some people are very enthusiastic about learning English and they are ready, actually to meet together for free. Why not? Speak English. So the next important point, speak English with both native speakers and non-native speakers of English. Really, some people believe they need to speak English only with native speakers. It's wrong. And some people think that, okay, so their level is very low and they can only speak with non-native speakers of English. That's also wrong. So you need to actually have English speaking practice with both native speakers and non-native speakers of English. Okay? Next, measure your progress and enjoy making it. Okay, so I suppose that you are going to work very hard or you're going to study very hard and you need to see your result. Okay, just you need to compare your result, so which you had a month ago and which actually you have at present. Just compare it and okay, say, okay, yeah, I really see my progress and enjoy making it. I mean, you need to like this thing, okay? Next, don't believe promises. So that you can learn English in 5 days or so, it's impossible. Yeah, don't waste your time. It's impossible. Don't believe these promises, or I can add, don't believe these false promises. So promises which aren't true. Yeah, just you need to be serious about learning English, okay? Don't waste your time. And one more important thing, try to be optimistic, yeah. So you need to learn English actually with a big smile, yeah. You need to feel, okay, I'm full of energy, I'm ready to continue, I'm full of optimism, I'm trying to be very optimistic now and not only now, yeah. So it's a very important thing. So two things, you need to feel two things, progress and actually enjoyment. Yeah, enjoyment. It means that it's a very pleasant feeling. So when you see real progress and you like learning English, so it's for pleasure. Okay, if you are in a good mood, it means if you feel good, it can have a positive effect on your final result. So it's also very important to be in a very good mood. And my friends, two more tips, very important tips. So enlarge your vocabulary. Yeah, you need to make your vocabulary much larger to make up more difficult phrases and to express your ideas more precisely or more exactly. Express means to say, yeah, something, and more exactly. So it means that we often have this problem. So you want to say something, but your vocabulary is poor, and you say it, but not exactly what you think. It's a problem. So enlarge your vocabulary, and you won't have this problem any longer. And the last point, so very important thing, yeah. So train your listening skills a lot. Really, you need to train your listening skills a lot. And just I like to ask you a question. So how many hours a day do you listen to English speech? Right, hours a day. If you say 1 hour, no, it isn't enough. So if you listen, to real English just for 1 hour, so your progress won't be good enough. So you need to listen more, okay? And it should be your major task, the most important task, the most important thing. Achieving fluency isn't enough. Achieving fluency, it means when you have fluency, when you can speak English fluently, it isn't enough. You need to interact with other people, or you need to communicate with other people. You need to react and respond appropriately. You need to respond appropriately. So someone asks you a question and you need to respond immediately and interestingly enough. So it's also a very important thing, and you need more practice. Okay, my friends, so really I'm so glad that I found time actually to prepare these 30 great tips for perfect speaking. Yeah, just because you often ask me, okay, how to learn English speaking easily, and I suppose that you can follow some of these tips, maybe not all of them, but some of these tips, and it will change your life completely. And so I hope that I'll see actually you in another shape. It means in a better shape, so you'll have advanced speaking skills and you'll be an advanced English speaker. Okay, thank you very much, my friends. Thanks for your support. So thanks for coming, and I suppose that we can continue if you don't mind. Okay, good, thank you. Hi my friends, welcome to the channel English Professionally. Thanks a lot for your support, thanks for your likes, shares and comments, and I'm so happy that I'm recording this video for you. It's really so important, yeah, and I believe that everyone should watch this video, okay? So really, 10 secrets how to learn English fast. Yeah, really, we need to learn English fast. Okay, so I'm so tired and I don't see the way out. So I don't see the way out means I don't know what to do. What's the problem? I have been learning English for 2 years and to tell you the truth, it means that that's true, it's really so. I feel my progress is really slow. I hate it. I really hate it, and I have no idea what's going wrong. So I really hate it. So just imagine it, okay? So I have been learning English means that for 2 years means that I started learning English 2 years ago. Yeah, it's in the past, and I'm still doing it, and I don't have progress. Okay, not good. Okay, if I were you, I would also start feeling nervous. If I were you, yes, it's unreal. And then we have would plus verb. I would also start feeling nervous. By the way, so I want to know this thing. What's your level? I think it's about pre-intermediate. Okay, pre-intermediate. Okay, how regularly do you study English? Well, I try to learn English every day, minimum 1 hour, so minimum 1 hour. So you want to say that you've reached just pre-intermediate level after learning for 2 years and every day for 1 hour? Right. If you were an absolute beginner, so a beginner who knows absolutely nothing, yeah, about English, it isn't as terrible as you might think. So terrible, it means not bad. It isn't as terrible as you might think. It means that it isn't so bad. It isn't so bad. So maybe you think that it's really terrible, but in fact it isn't. So if you were an absolute beginner, so maybe this result isn't perfect, but it isn't terrible. It isn't terrible, okay? Okay, so really? Yeah, but let me finish. So I want to finish. Let me finish. Meanwhile, anyway, or I want to tell you, meanwhile, it could have been much faster too. So could have been means that it's about the past. It could have been much faster. So really, it took too long, so too much time. So yeah, actually, we need to do it faster. Okay, what do I mean? I mean that we can achieve this result in a couple of months. Couple means 2, in 2 months, or even less, if we use the right technique. Or we also name it as method, okay? So you understand that. So if you know this right method, technique, you can have this result in a couple of months or in 2 months. What is this technique? There are 10 secrets. Follow them and you'll be a fast English learner. Enjoy learning English. Yeah, we say enjoy doing. Enjoy learning English. Your level will be advanced soon. So advanced, it's the highest level in English. So beginner, yeah, it's very low level, and then there are other levels, and advanced, it's very, very high level. It's impossible to believe it. It's impossible to believe it. Or why don't you believe? Why don't you believe? Really, why don't you believe? This idea is in your mind. You have this idea that to learn English, you need to learn slowly. Okay? Who put this idea in your mind? Really, who put this idea in your mind? Why do you have this idea in your mind? You know, there are fast methods, fast ways, which lead to fast progress. As I guess, or as I think, so as I guess, 99% of people do like a crowd. So what is a crowd? Lots of people, so they don't know so what they really need. So it's often this way. They do like a crowd, yeah? As a result, they learn English slowly and ineffectively. But you know that we need to learn English effectively, only this way. Moreover, it means that I want to add something more. They feel depressed, so it means very sad, not happy, unhappy, and lose any desire or any wish to continue their studies. So they say, oh no, that's enough, I don't want it, so I can't, so English is not for me, and you know, so things like that, often happen. Have you ever experienced this kind of feeling? So experience means have you ever experienced, or have you ever had this kind of feeling? Have you ever felt it? Many times. So you know what it's all about, so you know what's it all about. Okay, we'd better hurry up. So we'd better means we had better hurry up. It means that we need to hurry up, yeah? We need to hurry up. We need to talk about it more quickly. So this information is good, but we need to talk about it more quickly. Okay, no problem. All right. I'm not going to take your time. I'll be speaking shortly, but yeah, I'm not going to take your time. It means that, I'll be speaking very shortly, but very interestingly, in a very interesting way, effectively, in a very effective way, and persuasively. It means that these things are very important, and I'll try to make you feel that these things, I mean that it isn't only theory. These things really work, and I'll give you, some facts from my own life experience. Yeah, it isn't just words. So it's much more. It's a very good method, not just one method, but very good and effective methods. Yeah, to the best of my abilities. So I'll try to actually to explain it really well to the best of my abilities, I'll try to do it, okay? Thank you. Let's start with the first secret. So start with simple grammar. You don't need lots of grammar, but just the basics of it. The basics of it means the most important grammar. You know what often happens in reality or in our life, okay? So what happens? That students often memorize phrases, yeah? So they learn some phrases, and they have a feeling that they can speak in any situation, but they fail. It means that they have big problems. They can't do it, so they can't be successful, in it, and they become over-dependent on these poor vocabulary and phrases. So over-dependent means they depend too much. just phrases, okay, how are you, how's life, and just these phrases. They can't make up English phrases by themselves, and it's a big problem. And you see, it's a big problem. They know what to say and answer in very simple situations, but the saddest thing is that, so the saddest, it means that's the worst thing, so this thing is very, very bad. It's very sad that they are unable, so they can't. Unable means they can't, unable to make up English sentences by themselves, okay? So they need to remember these phrases. So if they remember, they can speak. If they don't remember, they can't speak. But it's very bad, you understand? So if you don't have this skill, yes, and it's a skill when you can do it, your progress will be very slow. You can't learn all English sentences for all situations. You can't do it. It's virtually impossible. So in fact, it's impossible. It's virtually impossible. Okay, good. I see what you mean. My knowledge of grammar isn't so good and isn't so bad at the same time, but I always have a fear, means I'm afraid, I have a fear, I am afraid that I'll say something incorrectly. Incorrectly means something wrongly. I'll make a mistake. If it happens, it's bad. You need to be sure about your speech. Yeah, you need to be sure that your English is good, is right, is correct. If you're unsure just sometimes, it's okay. Yeah, if you're unsure just sometimes, it's okay. Yeah, but if it's every time, so yeah, you know that it's difficult to be sure about all things, and if it's just sometimes you're not sure, it's okay. Yeah, but if you're unsure about all your sentences, it's really bad. Okay, every time you need to, okay, you need to do what? You need to start working on it immediately. Immediately means right now. So do something to change the situation. Do something about that. Okay, I'll try to do it. What else? You also need to learn English words effectively. Effectively, really learn English words effectively. You know, I often observe this situation, or I often see this situation. I meet this situation in my life. Really, I often observe this situation. What is this situation? Please listen. Some students are given a text for translation, so they need to translate this text. They spend 2 hours on translating it, and they are absolutely sure, so they are really sure that they did a great job, while, so at the same time, or while, or when they don't understand one small thing. So they can do it, yeah, they can do it, yeah, they can translate everything, they can study, I think they study very hard, but they don't understand one small thing. What is it? It's almost a useless thing. A useless means that this thing isn't good, this method doesn't work, so it isn't a good idea. So we don't see any use, any good result. It's almost a complete waste of time. So yeah, most of these words are unnecessary, so we don't need these words. Okay, I'll put it another way. So good phrase. So I'll put it another way, or I'll say it another way. Okay, so unnecessary, or unpopular, uncommon. So these words are very rarely met. It means that, yeah, these words aren't popular, aren't common, and we meet them only sometimes, maybe one time in our life, and this one time is only now, yeah? And they are students, and they don't understand that they'll never meet some of these words in their life. Yes, it's a real pity, it's a terrible thing, okay? You know, I hear it for the first time. I read different texts and I take everything for granted. Okay, so you see, I take everything for granted. It means that so some English teachers, yeah, they can give me a text and I read, I translate, and so I just do what they actually want from me, and so I don't try to understand it's good or bad. Okay, so don't do it. Yeah, so I mean, don't translate these very boring and unnecessary texts. You need to choose the most effective materials, but not useless, which slow down your progress greatly. So they slow down your progress, so you learn very slowly because of these useless textbooks, texts, videos. Okay, I hope that you understand my idea. So, okay, what's next? You need to read lots of simple texts for a start. Only this way. If you read only difficult texts, it will easily lead to confusion and misunderstanding, yeah? Only confusion and misunderstanding. So confusion, it means that, okay, you will not understand many things, so it will be very difficult for you, and misunderstanding, it's almost the same, yeah? So start with simple things for a start and see your progress. 4. Listen to it too. So yeah, you read and listen. Listen to it too. Read and listen. Personally, I don't understand students who only read. So I can say personally, or as for me, if you want to know my opinion or if you want to hear what I think about all this, I don't understand students who only read. This method is associated with the previous generation. Okay, so associated. It means that actually when I see this situation, okay, I remember maybe the time which was 20 years ago, 30 years ago, when we had only books for reading. Yes, it's the previous generation, so not this time, not modern time, it's 20, 30 years ago. Okay, so it isn't so good. So read and listen, read and listen. Can you clarify this point? So can you clarify, or can you make clear? Can you make clear this point or this idea? So can you explain it? Can you explain it? Okay, you have one text. You can read it quickly and feel satisfied or feel happy. It's one way. So yeah, you can read it quickly and you feel satisfied. It's one way. Maybe you don't understand some words, but okay, you feel, okay, I read this text, it's so good. However, there is another way. There is another way. You read and listen. It's like what we are doing now. You read, yeah, you read with your eyes and you listen with your ears. You hear how to pronounce everything correctly. So pronunciation is very important, really, it's so important. Yeah, so if you read, it's good, but it's slow. Both your eyes. So when you read and listen, both your eyes and your ears work. It means that your eyes and your ears work at the same time. You also translate unknown words, because you know this text is effective and 99% of these words are important, yeah? So you also translate words which you don't know, unknown words, and you read effective texts. So the problem is that we just talked about it, that students choose or have a text which is full of difficult words which will never need in their life, and it's terrible. The situation is terrible. But you need to read effective texts. So effective text, so with good words, with popular words, mostly popular words. All these words are important, so it's a very important thing. Okay, I mostly read. No and no. That's why your progress is so slow. That's why your progress is so slow. So you need to listen, not only read. It's, in the previous generation. You are a great teacher. Thank you so much. We need to go ahead. We need to go ahead. So listen to what you've already listened when you do other things. Okay? So it's very important thing, yeah? It's very important thing. Listen to what you've already listened, yeah? It's, you know, it's a very good training. But listen to other texts, yes, listen to other texts, conversations, videos, or when you are busy with something else. When you're busy with something else, just listen, listen, and listen. And so I will explain it. I will explain it to you. Look, as I see, you learn English 1 hour a day. 1 hour, I mean 1 hour a day. In fact, so in reality we see you can sit in front of your computer or a book for this time, for 1 hour, maybe 2 hours, but not more. But learning is another thing. Learning isn't sitting in front of the computer. Learning isn't learning only with a book. No, no, no. Learning is another thing. It's a different thing, and you should know it, okay? For example, you can walk in the park and listen. Yeah? You can go somewhere, or somewhere means to some place and listen. So listen, listen, and listen. So some students say, okay, it's easier. Okay, so maybe it's easy, but why don't you do it? So you don't do it and you don't have progress. So you know that all genius things are simple and easy, but we put all these genius things together in this video. Okay, so all genius things are simple, but if it's easy, why don't you do it really? I don't understand. So listen, listen, and listen, have progress. Okay, so you need to, and you won't have this problem any longer. You won't have this problem. Okay, the next thing is that you need to learn systematically. So what is it? And I'll give you a real example. So what I mean is that you need to focus on grammar, listening, and reading. So not only on grammar, not only on listening, not only on reading. So you need to focus on all these things. And don't miss your lessons. So learn English every day. Learn English every day, okay? So, and I'll give you an example from my life, okay? So when I was learning English very effectively or very hard, I had my own rule. So rule, it means that I had one thing and I always followed it. So it's the following. Yeah, so what I did, yeah, just in present simple, I study with this grammar book. So I studied, yeah, I study with this grammar book, and I do minimum 1 unit a day. So yeah, so the book can contain 100 maybe units, or maybe there are 100 units in one book, and you think, oh, it's a lot, you know, 100 units. When will I have free time to study all these units, to learn all these things? And okay, no, I'll start it later. No, so I did it, you know, 1-2 units every day. So and I studied that book in 30 days. So step by step. And you see, next I read 2 or 3 chapters a day. Or chapters, it can be a book or some text or some conversations, but something which you do regularly. And then, very important thing, some students just read. No, don't just read, you also listen. You also listen to them, okay? Important, very important thing. Well, okay, so when I do other things, I listen to English. It's also a part of this system. So when I do other things, I listen to English. So not only learning in the classroom, no, it isn't effective. Just you need to learn when you do other things. If you do something like this every day, it will definitely bear fruit. So it will definitely, or certainly, or of course, so I'm sure it will bear fruit. So bear fruit, it means that you'll have a good result. You'll have a good result, you'll have progress, more and more progress, and you'll be happy and happier, so you will be feeling more and more optimistic. Okay, good. I'll try to do the same. It means that, okay, I'll try to do it. I need to have a plan. Right. I guess you use lots of resources at the same time and not systematically. you really guessed it. Yeah, so really it's a very common problem. So you just want maybe to know some information about present simple and you start looking for it online. So, and you actually find one website and you go to the next, and so it can take very long and without a good result. So it's very, very bad. So, okay. And so choose the most important resources for you and study. Yeah, choose the most important resources for you. So you can't study with 100 websites. No. Okay, very good. What's left? Do more exercises. Very important thing. Do more exercises. Don't think that you can learn English without them. You are likely to forget everything very fast without them. So likely to forget. It means that I really think that you'll forget, likely to forget. So I really think that you'll forget everything very fast without them. So if you, okay, if you just read maybe about grammar, but if you don't do exercises, it's very difficult, really difficult. And exercises not only, for writing, but for speaking too. Next, find a speaking partner. Yeah, it's important, very important. Yeah. So this process, this process of learning English should be, not boring, but interesting and exciting. So have fun, and overcome the language barrier. So overcome, okay, the language barrier. Maybe you're afraid of speaking. Yes, it's difficult for you to speak. I understand it can be. So, okay, just practice. Practice. So English is not only reading, not only grammar, not only listening, it's speaking too, okay? And you don't need to pay for your lessons, yeah? So, some students think that, okay, yes, I need to find a teacher and I can make good progress only with a teacher. No, why do you think so? Why do you think so? Actually, I can tell that from my own life experience, I can tell that I've never taken any private lessons. I have never taken any private lessons, so simply because I didn't have money for it. See, and so it's okay, no problem. Okay, yeah, if you have money, yes, it's good, but if you don't have money, it's okay too. You don't need to pay for these lessons. Okay, so good. I need more tips. No problem, welcome. So when your level gets higher, upper intermediate, so when your level is upper intermediate, listen to native speakers. Listen to native speakers more and more. Not just adapted books, stories, or conversation, just real English speech. So listen to different sources, to different things. Listen to the radio, TV, podcasts, videos, and so on. Okay, good. So the last two secrets are in the end. Yeah, they are in the end, but don't think they are unimportant. Don't think they're so they aren't important at all. Okay. So number 9, actually, maybe I need to put it in the first place, but not in the 9th place. In the first place. So you need to have motivation or an aim. To learn fast. If you have it, you'll find time. Yeah, please think about it. So the problem is that we often say, okay, I have no time, or I don't have time, okay, not now, later, tomorrow. Yes, it's because you have maybe motivation, but it isn't strong enough, yeah? You have an aim, but maybe it isn't clear enough, maybe it isn't a big aim and you don't need it. So please think about it. So you need to have motivation or an aim. Yeah, and the last thing, very important thing, my friends, yeah, not just my friend, my friends, watch this channel, English Professionally. Yeah, the channel is very important and which is growing, yeah, with your help and support. Yeah, thanks for your help, thanks for support. And it's the mission of this channel to help you learn English effectively and fast. So not only boring grammar, but effective, good grammar. So lessons on speaking and lessons on how to learn English effectively and fast. It's very important to understand it. Okay, my friends, I'm so happy that I've recorded this information for you, and really I want to thank you for your support, and not only for support, for comments, any comments, positive, negative. So if it's criticism, it's okay to just, I want to improve, I want to actually to be a better teacher, coach. And okay, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for everything, my friends. And I'm really lucky that you're watching this video. And I'm also thinking, yeah, at present, that I'm very lucky. I'm thinking about, this idea about one thing, that I'm very lucky that I have this opportunity, and I have students like you, and you are the best. So you watched this video till the end, and just I wish you actually to start following these tips, and I wish you good progress, and I hope that you learn English much faster. Okay, thank you very much, my friends. See you. Bye.